Okay, so love, everybody's feeling it, looking
Mhm.
for it, but can we actually measure it?
That's what we're diving into today,
Yeah.
right? The science of love.
Exactly. Is it really just hormones and heartbeats?
Mhm.
Or is there something more, something we can't quite put our finger on?
It gets complicated. I mean, we've got psychology, biology, even technology trying to crack the code.
A lot of ground to cover.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
how do we even define love? It seems different for everyone.
Right, right. And even the dictionaries will give you like 5 different meanings, you know?
Love for your partner, love for your family, love for your cat.
Exactly. So, scientifically speaking, we have to break it down. What are the common threads, the things our brains and bodies do, regardless of who we love?
Okay, so what? We all get love struck the same way. Sign me up for that study.
Aha, ha. If only it were that simple.
Yeah.
But there are patterns. One tool researchers use is something called the passionate love scale.
Passionate love scale. Sounds intense. What is that? Like a love quiz?
Basically, it helps measure things like how much you think about someone, how intense your attraction is, that kind of thing. How much you want to be near them all the time.
So if you're doodling their name on every piece of paper, you might score high. Been there. But those questionnaires, they can't tell the whole story, can they?
Nope. And that's where the really cool stuff comes in. Biology.
Okay, so, like, what's going on under the hood when we fall head over heels? Is it really just a bunch of chemicals?
You say that like it's a bad thing, but yeah, hormones play a huge role. We're talking oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, dopamine, which makes us feel good.
Right, so falling in love is kind of like getting high?
You could say that. Studies even show that just looking at a picture of someone you love activates the same reward pathways in the brain as, say, gambling or drugs.
Love is an addiction. Who knew? But seriously, that's fascinating. So if we can
Mhm.
track these hormones, map brain activity,
Mhm.
does that mean we can, like, quantify love? Put a number on it?
That's the million-dollar question, and honestly, it's where things get controversial. Because love isn't just a chemical equation.
Right. There's got to be more to it than that.
Exactly. Everyone experiences and expresses love differently. Your culture, your upbringing, your own personality, it all factors in.
So how do we even begin to measure something so subjective?
And that's the challenge.
Uh,
Science can give us clues, tell us about the mechanics, but it can't capture the full picture of what makes love love.
like trying to explain a color to someone who's never seen before?
Exactly. You can talk about wavelengths and light, but the experience is something else entirely.
So where does that leave us? Are we back to square one?
Not necessarily. I think it just means we need to acknowledge the limitations of purely scientific approaches. There's a human element to love that we can't ignore.
So what, we throw our hands up and say, love is a mystery.
No, but we do need to be open to other ways of understanding it. Think about storytelling, emotional intelligence, all those things play a role too.
So while science is busy measuring hormones and scanning brains, maybe the rest of us should be paying more attention to how love actually makes us feel.
Absolutely. Does this person make you feel safe, understood, supported? Those feelings are important data points too, even if we can't measure them under a microscope.
It's like that saying, the best way to know if you're in love is to imagine your life without that person.
Exactly. Our lived experiences, those gut feelings, those are valuable tools for understanding love, even if they don't fit neatly into a scientific model.
So maybe the real takeaway here is that love is this beautiful, messy combination of science and soul.
I like that. It's a dance between the measurable and the immeasurable.
Something to think about. What does love look like for you? And how do you know when you found it? Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.